Hey everyone, today's video is about when you get kidnapped and they find you beaten up. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. Your head pounded. A dull, persistent ache throbbed behind your eyes, making it hard to focus. The cold concrete floor beneath you sent a shiver up your spine, and the sharp sting of fresh bruises on your arms, ribs, and face reminded you of just how much you'd endured. Your hands were bound behind you, your wrists raw from struggling. Every breath you took was shallow, your ribs protesting the movement. You didn't know how long you had been there. Days, hours. It all blurred together in the pain and exhaustion. But one thing was clear. You had to hold on, because you knew that they'd come for you, because Bakugo and Kirishima could never let you go. 2 days earlier. Babe, did you see my gauntlets? Bakugo called from the bedroom, rummaging through drawers with the finesse of a bull in a china shop. Yes, you called back, laughing as you pointed towards the kitchen table, right where you left them after training. Kirishima grinned as he walked past, ruffling your hair affectionately. I told you should know. You guys act like I can't keep track of my own shit. Bakugo grumbled, grabbing his gear, but the softness in his eyes when he looked at you betrayed his usual brashness. You and Kirishima exchanged amused glances. Because you can't. You and Kiri said in unison. Bakugo scoffed. Whatever. Everything had been normal. Training, teasing, coming home together, falling asleep tangled in each other's warmth. But that was before you disappeared, before the world went silent, and before everything shattered. Present day. Where is she? Bakugo roared, his voice thunderous enough to shake the walls of the villain's hideout. The thug he had pinned to the ground whimpered, blood trickling from his nose. I don't know. The explosion that followed was small, controlled, but hot enough to make the man scream in pain. Kirishima placed a firm hand on Bakugo's shoulder. Man, you need to calm down. We will find her. His voice was strained, as if he was trying to calm himself down and convince himself just as much as Bakugo. His hands clenched at his sides, nails digging into his palms. Bakugo's breast was rigid, chest rising and falling heavily. They took her. They freaking took her, Kirishima. If they... His voice cracked slightly before he covered it with another furious growl. Kirishima's grip tightened. She's strong. She's hanging in there, and I know it. We just have to get her out first. A shaky voice from behind them croaked out. Warehouse. Those dogs. She's there. Both of them turned sharply, eyes burning with determination. Bakugo didn't even hesitate. He was already moving, sprinting, and Kirishima followed, his heart pounding in his chest, praying to whatever forces existed that they weren't too late. The door to the warehouse creaked open. Your breath hitched as the sound of heavy boots echoed toward you. You're still alive? Tough little thing, aren't you? The leader sneered, crouching down in front of you. His fingers gripped your chin harshly, tilting your face up to inspect the damage his men had done. What a pity, though. Your boy should have come by now. Your lip curled in defiance, even though it hurt to move. They'll find me, you rasped, voice raw. The leader scoffed, standing. I doubt it, and even if they do, he gestured to his men. They won't like what's left. He swallowed hard, but didn't let fear show. No, you wouldn't let them win. You had to hold on. A defeating boom rattled the warehouse. The ground shook, metal doors flying off their hinges. Die, you pieces of shit. Bakugo's voice roared through the chaos at an explosion, sending several of the thugs sprawling. Kirishima charged in right behind him. his body hardening as bullets ricocheted off of him. Where is she? You could barely lift your head, but the moment your blurry vision cleared enough to make out the two figures, storming in like absolute destruction itself, a weak sob broke from your throat. Katsuki. Hijiro. Bakugo's gaze snapped to you instantly, and the sight of you, beaten, bruised, barely conscious, made his blood turn to lava. His red eyes blazed with unchecked rage. You freaking bastards. Kirishima was at your side in an instant, breaking your restraints with ease. Hey, we got you now, baby. He whispered, his voice shaking. His hands gently cupped your face, warm, grounding you. We're here now. You weakly leaned into him, relief making you dizzy. I knew you'd come. Bakugo was right behind him, dropping to his knees beside you. His hands hovered over your bruises, furry worrying with helplessness in his eyes. Who did this? His voice was deadly quiet. Doesn't matter right now, Kirishima said, scooping you into his arms carefully. We've got to get them out of here. Bakugo stood, turning toward the remaining thugs who hadn't already run. I'll handle these assholes. Katsuki, they touched her. They freaking beat her up, Kirishima. His voice was laced with pure, unfiltered rage. Kirishima hesitated, glancing between you and Bakugo. Just don't kill them. Bakugo cracked his knuckles, a dangerous grin stretching across his face. No promises. As Kirishima carried you outside, you could still hear the defeating booms and the screams of the men who had hurt you. You didn't feel sorry for them. You woke up in a familiar place, your bed, safe and warm. Kirishima was sitting at the edge of the bed, watching you anxiously. The second your eyes fluttered open, his relief was palpable. Hey, there you are. Before you could respond, Bakugo barged in, holding a cup of tea. Took you long enough, dumbass. You let out a weak chuckle. Love you too, Katsuki. His skull softened, and he set down the tea before sitting on the other side of you. Kirishima's hand found yours, squeezing gently. You scared the hell out of us, babe. You looked between them, guilt settling in your chest. I'm sorry. Bakugo clicked his tongue, shaking his head. Not your fault. Kirishima nodded. You fought, you held on, and that's what matters. Next time, just don't let yourself get kidnapped, dumbass. I'll try my best. We've got you anyways, always. Bakugo hugged but joined the hug. Damn right we do. You closed your eyes, exhaling shakily, but feeling safe, knowing that no matter what happened, they would always find you. Thank us for listening. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!